think I'll do a show. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He looks like the guy who high-fives policemen. Fox News contributor Tom Shalhoub. If they say laughter is the best medicine, I guess that makes him Dr. Kevorkian. Actor, writer, and comedian Jamie Lissow. He's only here to make everyone else seem informed. Wow. Yeah. Comedian Sherrod Small. And she's so southern, she puts gravy on her moonshine. Host of the Bottom Line of Fox Business, Taking McDowell. All right. Before we get to some news stories, let's do this. Yeah.
Greg's Leftovers.
It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them, so if they suck, we'll put Joe Mackey in a Caitlin Clark jersey and send him to a Waffle House. Oh. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy confirmed that President Trump wants to rename Penn Station to Trump Station. All right. Not to be outdone, Bill Clinton wants to rename Arkansas Boner Town. So stupid. In a recent interview, rocker Tommy Lee said he used to inject Jack Daniels into his veins when he ran out of heroin. Let this be a lesson to you kids. Don't run out of heroin.
Fair.
The more you know.
The more you know.
2 people in New York City were stabbed in broad daylight by a man yelling Allah Akbar. Cops arrested him, but not before the mayor gave him the key to the city. You know, I look at this shirt and I keep thinking there should be a little dog pulling down my shorts. Right? Like a little Coppertone ad. Do you remember that? The State Department issued a worldwide caution alert for Americans, not because of the Iran war, but because of the lettuce at Taco Bell. During a hearing on the Iran war, lawmakers complained the war is unpopular, costly, and spiraling out of control, which didn't faze Pete Hegseth. He'd heard the same criticisms when he worked at Fox and Friends. This week, Jasmine Crockett said it is a fact that there is a violent, exclusionary, sexist, racist part of American history. Then the theater usher told her to get off the phone since people are trying to watch a movie.
Shut up, Greg. Shut your mouth.
The Trump administration has announced that the reflecting pool will open soon, but only after it passes its first test, tossing Hillary into it to see if she floats.
Wet T-shirt.
Yeah. President Trump just announced new tariffs on countries that use slave labor. On a related note, we've been forced to increase the price on the official Greg Gutfeld coffee mug and T-shirts. On Wednesday, Oprah Winfrey stunned fans by revealing that her legal birth name is actually Orpah. Not to be outdone, this TV host reminded everyone that his legal name is not douchebag.
Family name.
A new report says AOC spent nearly $2,000 on hair and makeup in 2026. But before you complain, it was money well spent. Here she is before the hair and makeup.
Solid.
And apparently, AOC is leading the Democrats among the 2028 Democratic nominees, with Mayor Pete in second place. But Pete's excited because it's the first time he's ever been behind a woman. Meanwhile, Kamala is only at 5% among Democratic nominees. The last time she went down on a poll this fast, it belonged to Willie Brown. A Japanese firm has created the world's first fridge for humans, which cools a person instantly. It's perfect for busy cannibals who can now prepare meals for the entire week. According to a new study, a single dose of cocaine in mice changes the way their brain functions. It's true, they end up staying up all night wondering why they're in one man's ass. And finally, a judge has ordered Seattle to crack down on people publicly masturbating at a well-known nude beach. Still, the signs they put up send a mixed message.
Solid joke. Solid joke.
All right. Little sailor boy here, huh? Need my copper-toned dog pulling down my pants. All right. According to the Washington Post, fat phobia is making a comeback, claiming that we're sliding back into the fat-shaming culture of the early 2000s, which is an idiotic premise. Back then, we had John Goodman, Jack Black, Rosie, Drew Carey, Al Roker. Hell, you couldn't throw a donut without hitting a fatty. And some would happily catch them with their mouths. There was nothing phobic about fat back then or now. In fact, the word phobic is BS. No one is scared of fat people unless they're falling from a window. But rather than honestly confront an issue that might be a problem, whether it's trans, Islam, or obesity, the media turns their ire on the people who are legitimately concerned, calling them phobic, which puts the blame on them and not delicious cheese-filled pizza crust. The Post offers no data, just anecdotes from people saying that these jokes hurt their feelings, which is fine. But wanting you or your loved ones to be thin doesn't mean you hate fat people. It's evolutionary biology. If you want to find a mate and reproduce, you got to be physically fit and healthy, like me. And not look like you'd crush your partner during sex. Of course, people will say, Greg, your show is full of fat jokes. Not true. It's jokes about annoying, stupid people who also are fat. Thank you. It means a lot. I mean, you think Pritzker's Ozempic journey makes him any less reprehensible? No, his stupid ideas means he's still a target, just a smaller one. But it's amazing the Post writes about fat jokes and never mentions this show. It's like writing about men crying and not referencing Kimmel. And it's sad. Our writers are heartbroken. We've all been to Walmart and seen a 5 fat scooter pileup in the candy aisle. Ireland denied the U.S. permission to use the airspace above Rosie O'Donnell. If the public saw what they saw, their credibility would disappear like Stelter's feet after Thanksgiving dinner. No one made a bigger splash than Lizzo, seen here wearing the dress previously worn by Wrigley Field during a rain delay. I mean, the competition isn't exactly fierce. The last time Chris Christie took his shirt off, Greenpeace tried to roll it back in the water. But still, even when naked, you can't see J.P. Pritzker's penis. New artificial intelligence is finally decoding the secret language of whales. The whale's most common request, Greg, please stop comparing us to Joy Behar. So, how did the Post miss all that? Well, they missed an even bigger story. Fat phobia isn't replacing the woke-inspired body positivity. Ozempic is. Suddenly, the movement that once said it's heroic to be as big as a GMC Yukon goes away once weight loss became easy. GLP-1 drugs come along, and those same people who said they're proud to be plump then flock to them like a pastry truck around Chris Christie. So we spent 4 woke years being lectured that obesity was an identity to be embraced if we could only get our arms around it, only to watch its own role models shed the flab the minute weight loss became low effort. But don't you remember all those magazine covers? What a glorious time to lose your remote control in a belly roll. as the rest of us had to pretend it was physically appealing, even noble. Of course, Lizzo should grace the cover of the swimsuit issue. Who needs to see another hot, incredibly fit supermodel that I used to date? But science just poked a gaping hole in the whole identity grift. Because if obesity was appealing, why are all the outspoken fatties shrinking? The minute people were given an easier way to lose weight, they took it. That's the story the Post missed while counting fat jokes on TikTok. That an entire cultural movement spent years telling us obesity wasn't the problem, then waddled off to the nearest clinic to end it. Turns out people prefer looking thin and would rather buy shirts from J. Crew rather than tents from Camping World. Tom, it's great to see you. I like how you're dressed. You remind me of the youth minister who had to move to another town under bizarre and creepy circumstances. Look at you. It's like, hey, guys, how about a little acoustic rock guitar? Anybody know some Peter, Paul, and Mary? Sit on my lap, Peter. Don't you... Why did we have to accept the word phobic? That it was all of a sudden it was placed in front of everything.
Yes, and we were never fat phobic. And we used to actually love fat people, but we also kind of poked fun of them. People were a little bit meaner back then. There was 2 fat kids in my elementary school. One was called Moose, and one was just called Fatty. They just, we would openly say their names. But then people got more sensitive and you couldn't say certain things. And we actually stopped saying fatso. I used to say fatso all the time. And then I thought, I guess I can't say fatso anymore. So I stopped saying it. But then they started putting them on magazine covers. And then they were like, oh, Dove body wash. And everyone's fat. And I'm like, okay, I'm going back to fatso.
The Dove body wash whole commercial and that whole program that was the worst.
Yes, and it was all women. Like, did you see the magazine covers? It was all women. Why don't you have the big fat guys?
Yes.
We love big fat guys, and you know what? Big fat guys, they're kind of proud of it. In the old days, fat guys, I liked when, it was like Jackie Gleason and, Hitchcock. They would wear their belt at the fattest point.
Yeah. Yeah.
They measured they were so proud of it.
It was like the equator. Yeah. Jamie, you were married to a doctor.
Yeah.
That's amazing how you solved 2 problems at once.
I really did. Unfortunately, I'm out of network. But this is a problem for doctors. It's a problem because when a patient comes in and they're trying to care about this person's health and say, I want you to lose weight to live longer, they're getting a lot of hey, what about healthy at any weight? It's all the doctors are going by the numbers and they're going by the research. And I am empathetic. You might know this about me, Gray.
Yes.
I was, my nickname in high school, people called me Chubby in high school. I wasn't overweight, but I got one once at the front of class.
Once?
Just once. I think we should give some more rights to fat people. I think we should reserve, I'm not a big pronoun guy.
Yeah.
But I think we should reserve the pronouns of they and them only for fat people.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they need a seatbelt extender. You know what I mean? They're gonna break that horse.
Sherrod, no matter, whatever shape or size a woman is, you will bang her.
I'll hit it. I'll hit it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a sizes, Greg.
No. And I love that about you.
I mean, big girls need love too, first of all. Second of all, it was smart for Dove to do that because all that surface space.
Yes.
3 truckloads of Dove in 1 shower. Dove is genius. That's a genius move.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That's where the actual wokeism works. They sell more product.
Sell more product just to
Yeah.
get through those thighs.
Yes.
Second of all, it's so much easier to get skinny now.
Yeah.
Then now everybody who's like, oh, I'm so happy to be a big girl, a big guy. Now they're like, oh, no, it's not a good thing. Like, I saw the chick from The Office, the Indian girl, what's her name?
Yeah, Mindy Kaling.
Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the hell is this girl? And this
Yeah.
happened in like a year. It's like, If you were so proud to be big, stay big.
Yeah, but she recognized you.
Yes, she did. I was coming through her window. Easy to spot me. Easy to spot me. That's why I stay thin. Fire escapes.
Where can we see you next, Sherrod? Your fire escape.
Fire escape.
Yes. I'll be at your fire escape July 20th through the 25th. That's right. I'll be in the park.
Tickets on sale now.
Dagan, do you remember the 2000s being a fat-shaming culture? I don't. I don't get where the Washington Post gets their info.
This article is not about people fat-shaming the fat, the corpulent, the full-figured. It is about policing language and trying to ban people's fun. It goes after, like, people making fun of, like, their double and triple chins. Like,
oh, yeah.
That is just self-deprecating humor. It's like, hey, Greg, you see that? I'm still missing a tooth. I don't replace it because it makes me feel like home. By saying that, I'm not offending every single person in Appalachia or the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. They go into this. Also, Fat Sunday, they go into shaming that. They're trying to ban brunch. Fat Sunday is just eating a lot of brunch.
Yeah, I've never even heard the phrase Fat Sunday.
Right. So I want all of these left-wing nuts, these sourpusses, to actually put deed behind word. I want them to go down because Mardi Gras actually, it means Fat Tuesday. So if you're going to police that, then go down and stand in the middle of a Mardi Gras parade and say, no Fat Tuesday, no Fat Tuesday. You're insulting the fat. And see how that goes.
Yeah.
Who's pushing these stories, too? It could be Ozempic and Maduro. Like, hey, you don't want to be fat no more. Here you go.
It is
like a drug dealer.
It's incredible. I think about this. We're gonna lose an entire identity.
Yeah.
Because it's now everybody's using it. Even not too fat people are using it. Models are using it. It's like we're gonna lose the jolly kid.
Yeah. I remember when models used to eat paper towels to stay thin. I miss the 80s.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.